Alright, John Oaks here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today we've got our newest addition to our inventory, this being a 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback. Now this car is very nice. It's the Caspian blue exterior. It's got the white rally stripes or GT stripes up over the hood, roof, and deck lid of the car. And this car it's been blocked, buffed, polished, you name it. It's been gone through, and this car looks great. The finish on it really has come to life on this car. So again, like I said, the Caspian blue exterior, very shiny, very smooth paint on this car. We've got the 289 fender emblems here on the front fenders, and that does designate what is underneath this hood here, which we'll go over here in just a little bit. All of the bright work, the moldings, the wheel lip moldings, drip rail, everything around the windshield, rear glass, rocker moldings, all of that bright work is in very good condition, nice and straight. There's no dents or dings in any of it here that I can see. So yeah, all of that bright work is in real nice condition, both sides. Now as far as the panel fitment and alignment on this car, as I look straight down the side here of the car, I can tell you that everything falls right in line very nicely on this car. The door elevation, I can tell that it is adjusted just about perfect. You see no variation whatsoever between the fender, door, and quarter panel on this car. It all lines up very nicely. As we move back a little bit, you'll see we've also got the GT emblems down here on the front fender. Got that white side stripe down that rocker panel there also. And again, that is vinyl, but it looks really good on the car. There's nothing peeled up on it, so it looks real good there. Again, our gaps, you can see those gaps on the front side of the door as well as over here on the back side. And you can see how nice those gaps are, very uniform. Let's go ahead and open our door real quick. Again, we always look inside the interior here after we're done going around the car. But again, very nice interior, two-tone blue and white interior, all factory, like the factory center console, the steering wheel, the dash, all of that stuff in really good condition. But again, we'll take a look at that stuff here a little closer as we get to the ending of our outside of the car here. All your weather stripping here is in real good shape. There's no pieces torn off or chunks like that. All in really good condition. The rubber butt stops in the door all intact. The door tag also intact on this car. So all your codes are right there. You can decipher that. We've already gone ahead and done that for you though. So you'll see all of that information in the description on our website there. Close the door up. Closes real nice and easy there for us. The sealed leather strip up along the top side of the door here where your glass fits into, that's in excellent shape too. And of course we've got the driver's side mirror here on the door. As we work our way back, you see those vents on the Fastback here. Those are in good shape there. Got that quarter panel accent back here too. That's in very good condition. As far as wheels and tires go, we've got 14-inch wheels here. You can see these are the factory wheels here, with the beauty rings and the center caps all intact. Again, all the finish on all of that is very nice. Okay, here we are around the back side of our 65 Ford Mustang Fastback here. Like I said, Caspian blue exterior paint here, and then those white, what I'll call rally or GT stripes here for the Mustang. You can see those continue all the way from the hood up over the roof, and then of course down our deck lid here and down the tail panel here. Even on that rear lower valance too, you can see that they've continued that the whole way through the car. So again, those are real nice. Now these rally stripes or GT stripes here, these are painted on. You can feel that in the paint, you know. But again, those are in real good condition. All your lines are nice and crisp on those things. So again, no issues there at all. As far as our trunk lid, the metal fitment here, you can see our gaps up the sides here, gap across the back side, and gap down this side. All uniform. Elevations are really good here as compared to our rear quarter panels. Again, tail panel, that's in nice shape. All the paint, all of your bright work, your taillight bezels here on both sides, as well as your lenses here for your taillights. Those are all in good shape. There's no cracks, no chips out of the lenses, and those bezels are polished up real nice. Of course, you've got your Ford Mustang gas cap back here, nicely chromed rear bumper, and as I said before, that rear lower valance, again, you've got your backup lights down here also. Those bezels and lenses are in great condition, and then you have your tailpipes here poked through the back. Now again, we will show these on the underside as well, but these are MagnaFlow exhaust tips. So real nice tips sticking out the back there, and I would imagine that those are either chrome or probably polished stainless. In that case, they're going to last for a long time, and MagnaFlow stuff is really good to begin with anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our trunk lid up, take a look inside. There we go, you can hear our trunk lock pop. Again, the underside of our hood, or trunk here I should say, again painted that same blue as the rest of the car there. All of the metal, all of your gutters in here, rain gutters for the trunk, those are all in good shape here. Your seal and weather strip here, that looks to be like it's brand new here. It's all sealed up, it comes together here like it should. No gaps, no tears, no chunks out of it. Again, this should seal up real nice for you. As far as the inside of the trunk, we have a real nice trunk mat in this particular car. We've got the matching spare tire cover here too. This does have a full-size spare in it as well, so if you would run into problems, you've got that. But again, it's all under nice covers here. And as far as the floor goes, the floor's in real nice shape here. Of course, on your Mustangs, you don't have much of a floor because your fuel tank actually sits down through that. But again, that fuel tank is in real nice shape too, all sealed up, so you're not going to have any problems on the inside of your trunk. Let's go ahead and close this up. Okay, it closes up nice and easy there. Just looking a little further up here then too, I already mentioned how all the moldings and the bright work and trim are all in good shape. But this big rear glass here, that's in good shape too. There's no chips or cracks in that. It's all very nice glass there. Got a slight tint to it as well. Okay, so now that we're on the passenger side again, we're just gonna take a look at, put our eyeball on the side of this car, the metal panel fitment and finish here on this car. Again, as I look up through this car here from the back to the front, I can tell you that it all falls right in line. Your quarter panel to door to front fender transition. Again, you do not see any deviations there whatsoever. Everything has been adjusted very nice. So your elevations on the door as compared to the quarter and fender are right on just what they should be. Again, the paint's in really good condition. It's been blocked, buffed, and polished. Like I said, all of your bright work here, your wheel lip moldings, drip rail, the lower, the rocker molding here, as well as bumpers and all the trim, all in excellent shape here. Again, our gaps here on our door, you can see that here in the photos and the video here. Very nice on the back side as well as the front, very uniform. So again, like I said, that door's adjusted in and out just right, and front to back, very good too. We do have a passenger side mirror as well on this door. So let's go ahead and crack this door open real quick. Just take a quick look here. Our seals again and weather stripping on this side here, very good condition. Rubber bump stops just like on the other side. And of course our seal up around the top side of the window here in very good condition as well. Threshold plates are in great condition, polished up really nice on this particular car. So again, we're going to go over all this interior stuff a little later. Just to give you a quickie there, that's very nice stuff in there. As we move forward, again, we've got those GT emblems here on the front fender. Got the 289 emblems here up front. As I said, these are 14-inch wheels. I did not mention the tires though. Tires in this car, all four corners are all exactly the same. Name brand and size. They're Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s, and the size on these are 215, 70 R14s. So again, tread on these things are just like new, so they're all in good condition, fit the car very well, give it a nice stance. All right, now that we finally made our way around our 65 Mustang here, we're now at the nose here, so we can take a look at this now. Our headlights, those are just your traditional sealed beam lights. Highs and lows are both contained in here. You can see the bezels around the headlights. Those are in real good shape on both sides too. Those are painted blue as well. Got your grille here, very nice looking grille here. All of your bright work is shined up real nice. It's got your fog lights in here also, so that's, you know, that's all correct looking here. Those are glass lenses as well, and those are in good shape. There's no cracks or chips out of any of those. Of course, you got the big Mustang logo right in the center of the grille there. You can see that those white GT stripes come down the hood, down the front end here, and down the front valance, so those are in great shape. The little bumperettes to tie that bumper in with the front end, those are intact and polished up very nicely as well. You can see across the front edge of our hood here, we've got the Ford badging here, the Ford letters, and again, this is a steel hood. It's got the hood scoop right there, just as it should be. We're going to go ahead and open our hood up now. Just need to figure out how that works. Do that. And now we're going to see what's underneath the hood. So again, the underside of our hood here, painted up blue, same color as the car. We've got an aluminum air cleaner here. Very nice piece here. It's all machined aluminum, so that looks real nice. Now, it looks to be like an air cleaner for like a dual 4-barrel setup, but this particular car is just a single 4-barrel, and that's what they made this particular air cleaner for, is just a single 4-barrel. Mounts real nice in there and gives it that GT look there too underneath here. We've got the chrome fender brace that runs from side to side on the car. Also the strut brace here is chrome back there, going from strut to strut on the car as well. As far as the motor goes here, we do have, this is not the original motor for this car. This car has now a 289 motor in it. It's actually kind of a date correct or period correct motor for this particular car. After we run the numbers on it, it's actually dated for August of 1964, and whenever you run the build date for the car, it kind of falls in line. But we do know, however, from running the other numbers and codes on the car, that this is not the original motor for it. But they did a good job picking one out for it, so again, it definitely looks and fits the part here. We also have the aluminum valve covers here. Those are machined off so that they're painted, but they have that machined surface on them. It looks very nice. We've got breather and PCV valve in the valve covers as well. This has an Edelbrock single feed 4-barrel carburetor on it. It's a 1405 series carburetor. So again, Edelbrock stuff works very good. It's got a aluminum intake on it here. Now they've gone ahead and kept with kind of the same, the stock style distributor on this car. So you do see that here with a stock style coil. They do have a chrome coil cover on it though, and they have upgraded the plug wires on this to a very good set of Taylor 8mm plug wires here. So you're going to get a real good spark going to your plugs there through those wires. All your heater lines are hooked up as they should be. You've got a chrome alternator in here as well, stock style radiator, and then you do have a chrome fan shroud on this one as well. For an overflow tank, we've got this polished aluminum overflow tank in here for your radiator. And as far as your fan goes, we do have, it's a 6-blade flex fan on this particular car. So when you're at idle, it'll pull real good because your fan blades stay curved and pull a lot of air through that radiator. At running though, you don't necessarily need that. The blades will flatten out and you'll be pulling air through the grill, of course, but your blades will flatten out so you don't have that resistance, that rotating mass in there either. Other than that, that's pretty much everything underneath the hood here. Our fenders, we do have, you know, the VIN numbers. They're all stamped here in the fenders here. So again, you can tell that, you know, the metal for the most part on this car has been with it throughout all of its life. But like I said, just the non-original motor on this car. As far as the rest of the driveline goes, You've got that 289 motor, you got the C4 automatic transmission, and you also have the Ford 8-inch rear end in there with the 280 gear. So everything like that, it's all in good condition there as well. And again, we'll show all that stuff from the underside video. So let's close this up. Now we'll take a look on the interior here before we get this up on the lift. All right, now that we're inside our 65 Mustang Fastback here, we're going to take a look at this real nice interior here. Two-tone interior, vinyl. You can see it's got the blue and white interior, that theme, that color scheme, the whole way throughout this interior. You can see it on the door panels. You can see it on the dash here. You got the blue top half, the white underside here, and then of course you got a little bit of wood grain inlays here on the dash and the center console there to kind of richen it up a little bit. You also have this factory wood grain style steering wheel too. So that's a real nice touch for this particular car. The dash itself, it's got all of the factory instrumentation in it. You do have your fuel gauge, your oil pressure gauge, 140 mile-an-hour speedo. You got the amps gauge, and you have the temperature gauge in here as well. You also have down below, you've got a little 3-gauge cluster down there with some aftermarket gauges. So one of two things, either some of the gauges may not work or they may not be real accurate. So sometimes they'll put those gauges in because they're just, newer gauges, a little more accurate. But we do have water temperature, the voltmeter, and then the oil pressure gauge down below as well. Now, what I like about these Mustangs is they do, from the factory, have this little gauge package that mounts on the column, and it has your tach in it as well as a clock over here. So that's a real nice touch, and that is factory stuff for these cars. Factory heater controls. We got a factory AM FM cassette radio in the dash here as well. Got your center console here, automatic center console for that C4 transmission. As I said, the two-tone interior, the seat covers, the upholstery here, both your front seats as well as the rear seats have that same color scheme, that same theme. Your seats even have the horses in them, or the Mustangs, as this would be here. I guess not embroidered, but kind of stamped in the upholstery of the interior here. So again, that's a real nice touch as well. Headliner is in excellent condition for this car. White headliner, you can tell it's got all the necessary bows in it. It's pulled nice and tight in here. Sail panels back here are in real good shape. And again, these are big plastic panels back there, because again, those vents there that are in your fastback models, that's where those are retained at. So all of that stuff is in real good condition on this particular car. The dash, good and solid. There's no cracks in it whatsoever. Nice color here and padded up real nice. So again, everything's just as nice as can be on this car. Blue carpeting, you got your matching floor mats down there as well. So no complaints here to go over, just all good stuff. This car looks great. All right, we have our 1965 Ford Mustang here, Fastback, up on the lift right now for you. We're going to take a look and explain to you exactly what we see underneath here for all of you out there checking us out in the video. As far as front components here, your suspension and steering and so forth like that, we've got all factory components up here. So all of your control arms, lowers and uppers, those are just all your stock stuff up there, stamped factory components. This is the your Ford front end, so you've got the strut rods up front here that help keep your caster and camber all in line here. We do have a front sway bar also to help tie that front end together and make that thing corner as good as what it can. All the steering components here, you can see those very nicely in behind the oil pan here, as they are with the Ford Mustangs. The drag links in good shape. Tie rods here on both sides are in good shape. Ball joints, good shape too. All the rubber dust boots here, those are all intact, both on all of your tie rods and on all of your ball joints. And you can tell that everything's been greased up and maintained throughout the years. Everything looks good and all intact there. Bushings for the sway bar, same thing. bushings for your strut rods too, going up through that front end. Those are all in good condition as well. The brakes up front, these are disc brakes on this car, on the front here, and then on the whole car we've got 14-inch wheels. Those are the factory style rally wheels for this car, and then we have Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires on all 4 wheels, and they're all 4 the same size. And as you can tell here, the tread on these are all very good. They're just like brand new tires there. Now moving further back here, let's just talk about the drive line real quick here. We do have a small block Ford motor in here, backed up by the C4 automatic transmission. Then of course we've got our drive shaft in here, and then to finish out the whole drive line, we've got a Ford 8-inch rear here. This is a 280 gear in this rear end. It's a 28 spline non-locking rear. So that finishes off the drive line on the car. Now moving back to the floor section here, we can see that our floors are in pretty good shape here. It has had one piece replaced in it, but they replaced the whole floor pan, and they did it correctly, and they got it seam sealed in just like it should, so it looks good underneath here. No other holes to speak of. Again, it was repaired correctly. Our frame rail sections here are in good shape, nice and straight, nice and square on both sides. If we look down the sides of our rockers here and the pinch welds on both sides, those look to be in good shape too on this car. We move back just a little wee bit now, and we check out these, what we call the rear dog leg section here of the frame on both sides, and that's in real good shape, good and solid, nothing rotted out of it. It's in real good shape. Rear suspension on this car now, again, it's just all factory components. We've got a multi-leaf rear suspension back here. Looks like they've replaced the shocks not too long ago. Those are fairly new shocks there. So that completes your rear suspension. It's just multi-leaf with the shock. And then as far as our exhaust system, we start out at the front with the stock cast exhaust manifolds hooked up to the heads. We come down with our dual exhaust here all the way back. It's got these tube style mufflers here that you can see, and then of course it's got the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of the rear housing, and then they exit out the rear of the car here with the tailpipes through that rear lower valance, and those are finished off with a set of real nice MagnaFlow exhaust tips on this car. So again, everything out the rear looks real good. As far as braking on the rear of the car, we do have a set of drum brakes back here. And then as far as the fuel system goes, it's just the stock fuel tank back here. Now it has been undercoated, so again, to help protect against the elements there. Other than that though, everything is in good condition under this car. All your brake lines are all in good shape, fuel lines in good shape, and that's really about it. So what we'll do is right after we get done here, we're going to drop this down so that we can go ahead and start the car up for you. That way you get to hear what it sounds like. But before that, I'll just leave you with our contact info. Obviously, you can always get in touch with us by either email or by phone. All of that info is made available to you throughout all of the pictures and videos that we do. You can also visit our website at www.hanksters.com, and you can also now text us through our website there, and we'll definitely get back to you as soon as we can with any questions or concerns that you might have.